Good afternoon. Welcome to the campus of Utah Valley University, where Stanford Cardinals wrestle the Wolverines of UVU. I'm Mike Clapier along with my partner Sam Allen. Sam, how exciting is it to mix it up with Pac-12?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's always awesome to have Pac-12 competition come into town. Last time we had an electric atmosphere here, and you know what? The best of Western Wrestling Conference going up against the best of Pac-12, you can't get any better than that.
And we're excited to be here. We're excited to have our lineup. When you look at who's doing the job for us, you look at the guys that are on the mat, we have got excellent wrestlers. What's great about tonight is we're going up against a number 25 team. We've seen 18, we see 20. We're now going up against 25, so we can see who does it. If you look at the lineup of our guys, you'll see that we've got good talent. We've got good win-loss records. We need to just take that step. It's about, what, 3/4 of the way through the season?
Exactly.
We now have to step up and do the things that we need to do. We're strong down low. We need to meet our middle guys, step up a little bit. And then our leadership, our seniors, we need to see that take place. Ethan needs to do a good job for us. Adam Fager needs to do a good job for us in the lineup. What do you see in the Stanford side that we're going to have to battle?
Well, like I said, Stanford's a top 25 ranked team, ranked 25th. Evan Silver, very, very tough competitor. Also ranked wrestler Jim Wilson coming in, so at 165 pounds. So what we have is we got ranked guys, and we got guys to match up very well against them.
And I don't think we can overlook the heavies, because Adam is knocking on that top 20, which puts you into rank status, and the kid he's wrestling, same situation. So we need a victory there. We need to see Adam do a job for us there. So some close matches, some matches that are winnable, and we're excited to see how we perform. What are the keys to victory tonight? First let's go take a look at our...
Yeah, let's look at our key matchups. Chasen Tolbert has been right on the edge of being ranked. He's going up against Evan Silver, who's currently ranked in the country. This is a great opportunity for him to prove that he belongs in the top 25 ranking.
And I like how he's performing at 25. He wrestled at 33 for us. We've got him back down at 25, and he's staying strong. He's looking strong. He just needs to put together that good attitude and make that thing happen. It'll be exciting to see what he does in the competition.
He's exciting to watch. Another great match to watch tonight is 174 pounds Ethan Smith going up against Keaton Subject. Big match for Ethan. He's a senior, he's a leader, he's a momentum changer for our team, so we got to look for him to perform well.
I've always loved Ethan's talent, so I think he can step in and do it for us. What about winning? What are the key elements that we have to do? What's the strategy that's going to allow us to win this match tonight?
We got to get off to a strong start. That's always important. Momentum is huge in wrestling. If you get out there and your team is pumped up and you got a guy before you that's just won, it tends to give, it's contagious and makes your competitive nature. You feed off the crowd. It's going to be great. The other one is we can't give away bonus points. We've had a lot of close matches where we end up giving up major decision and technical falls and falls. Conversely, we got to pick those up. In a close duel match, 1 and 2 points makes a big difference. And so we got to look to really pick up bonus points in these matches.
And the ability to go with these guys. We wrestled number 18 Wyoming a couple weeks ago. Last night we were with number 20 Oregon State. Tonight we got Stanford, number 25. I think that we can show ourselves well as we move into this opportunity. We've wrestled these guys before. We've seen Stanford 3 times. It's a 2-to-1 score as we go into it. So if we can win tonight, that'll rack that thing even, doses on both sides. And I'm excited to see us step up and perform. What do you see? What does this mean to us if we can come out with a victory tonight against this Pac-12 team?
Well, as always, it's good to go against a Pac-12. Pac-12 is a big conference, and they perform in all kinds of other sports. But for us to go head-to-head with them, tie the series tonight, if everything goes our way, on a recruiting scale, we're always vying for the best wrestlers in the Western United States. And so this will be big for us on a recruiting level where we say, hey, we compete with the best in the country.
Well, it's going to be good. It's going to be great wrestling. Division I men's, always exciting. Stay with us. Don't go away, and we will be right back. Well, I hope you are ready to watch some Division I wrestling, because that is what you found. If you're channel surfing, sit down, get some beverage, get a couple of chips, and watch some good wrestling. This is going to be a fun night. I'm Mike Clapier here with my good friend Sam Allen. You are on the campus of Utah Valley University, where Division I men's wrestling, the Wolverines, face the Cardinals right now on UVU TV. Sam, who we have on?
Well, first up for the mighty Green Wolverines is Ross Taylor. Ross is a transfer student from Western Wyoming Community College, going up against Zach Nevels, a redshirt sophomore. The Stanford team coming in to Utah Valley University with an 8-2 dual record. Had some good matchups. Pac-12 competition is always great, and again, we've said it. It's great to have them come into town.
How do you like the lineups tonight? How do we match? I mean, every team has strengths. You have good guys. You have guys that are developing. You have guys that are on top of their game. And on both sides of the coin, sometimes you can have teams match up really well so that the best goes against the best. How do you think things look tonight for the Wolverines?
Well, our toughest matchups are against their ranked guys, the ranked wrestlers. At 125 pounds, we have Chasen Tolbert, who's right there ranked. Their other ranked wrestlers at 165 pounds going up against Dalton Harmon, who's a freshman, no redshirt year even. So Dalton's got his work cut out for him, but we've said it. I see it. I believe it. Anybody can beat anybody on any given day, and you can't take anything for granted. You earn every victory.
Last night we had Oregon State here, and as we sat down with Coach Williams after the match, as we continue to watch, we're still in the first round. We have no score.
Nice heavy hands there by Ross. Got to extend the neck and pull his head down. Got this underhook position.
Starting here at 184 pounds as we get online and get things moving here. Cardinals of Stanford versus the Wolverines of Utah Valley. Bigger they get, the harder they work. Strong guys, they're working head-to-head. What's the technique here I'm trying to see happen? What do I want to see take place?
Well, as you can see, Ross is pulling, and he pushes and then he pulls. If I can get my opponent to step, big step, you see a big step right there. If I can get my opponent to step and I can get an angle on him, then I can shoot and get a great shot and a great chance of scoring a takedown.
Ross stays really square. Do you like that, or do you like the staggered stance?
Personally, I like a staggered stance, but there's guys, Ross is extremely stout, very muscular and strong, and he can hit a lot of those explosive blast doubles. Everything's from that square stance. So that's his style, you know. He's proven very good with that style.
Still no score, 42 seconds remaining first round. First match, Utah Valley versus Stanford.
He's coming off here with a Russian tie, pulls it off to a post. I try to shoot off that. That's one way. I mean, as we go through the match, we'll look and see if we can't, if Ross doesn't take that off, pull that Russian off, and usually a post means that I can post it up and drop underneath it and get a good shot. So, ooh, nice elbow pass, man, nice elbow pass to a shot. That comes through again. We're fresh in the first round. Those type of elbow passes, that tends to open up a lot more as we get a little more tired.
Well, Stanford felt that one coming. He was able to counter that, step away. Really didn't wrestle out of it, just stepped out of it. As we end the first round, no points, 0-0. Utah Valley has choice. They choose to take the down position. And a good crowd on a Saturday afternoon. Watching some good men's wrestling. It's exciting to be able to say welcome to Utah Valley, and we're going to watch Division I men's wrestling.
I don't think I hear anything better that comes to my ears.
Yeah, that's great.
I love it.
It's fun to watch this team go. I really like where we're at. Everybody says, "Oh, we go further, it'd be good." Nice job, nice escape. There's the first points of the match. I really have a sense that we're just maturing. We're coming into it. Coach has done a nice job. We've put two tough teams, one in our conference, one outside of our conference. We put two tough teams in front of us over the last couple of weeks. But I like where we're at. I hope I'm not eating my own words an hour from now. But I like what we've got in our potentials. There's a nice shot by Stanford. We're countering back. See if Ross can keep that from developing into 2 points. Right now, no progression. If nothing else develops, the referee will stop that as a stalemate, and we'll get a fresh start there. Ross needs to get in and grab foot. Ross is pulling that his way. Needs to come on top. Don't stop. Don't quit fighting there. 50 seconds, still plenty of time. As long as it's improving, we'll keep wrestling. Right now, Ross needs to get his hips higher.
This is a real funky kind of position because you can see Ross's leg is trapped.
Yep.
But he also has his we'll see what happens here. He can cover.
He's in good shape if he can saddle in. There we go, right to
there.
2.
Get to his back here. He's got his leg trapped.
Nice job, Mr. Taylor.
As you can see, he had the bottom leg trapped. There's a real possibility to keep that bottom leg trapped. Ski him over, which they call it skiing him over to turn his hips and end up with a nice near fall position. Didn't work out, so now we're battling back up. Neville's to his feet. Nice job by Ross returning to the mat. That's one thing that I noticed last night in the matches the last couple weeks, Mike, is returning to the mat. Oh, we got a switch position and a reversal. Darn it.
Yin and yang. Oh, with too close. That goes back to that keep it close. Do those things when you need to do those things. 5 seconds is not when you want to give up the turnaround. But I like that. I like our action now. I like where we're at. Ross is doing a good job. He's got to feel good about that. Other than 5 seconds of that, that's pretty good wrestling.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, he did a great job returning his wrestler to the mat. That's one thing I thought was really lacking is guys would get a stand-up, and we had no real answer to that. Another roll like that. These are just a somersault roll almost, and it ends up in a scramble position. Ross comes up on the bottom of that one that time.
And we lose that lead. We're now 4-3. We're behind a point. We need to make something happen. Get out from underneath that. We're in the 3rd round.
Well, now
down position. Not a bad place
Ross
to be.
has him in a bad spot here. Let's look for him to come back out. Avoid. There you go.
All right, that ties it up. We're in good shape. 1:30 remaining. 3rd round. 1:30 in the 3rd round. And we're tie score. No riding time, so we're in a good place here. Scored a takedown last period. We need to do one more right now. Now we'll see if what you talked about. Fatigue is starting to set in now a little bit.
Yeah, and also for these elbow passes to open up and still keep that neck extended and get him tired. That's what Ross wants to do.
Ross is looking solid. Going a little more of a stagger now. Not quite so square. Get that leg away.
Again, we're in this drape position. Ross caught a little flat-footed there. Again, so extending this leg. He's going to look to maybe step over that. But Ross is doing a good job keeping his hips on top. Keeping that back toe pulled up.
Key here, the technique is to keep his hips up on top, keep control of the legs. Fight back and counter back to whatever's going on there.
35 seconds here. Ah, we got a stalemate there. I think that was lucky for Ross. I think that continues to develop. We lose that position.
That's not a bad situation. We're on our feet still, right?
Yep, so we're neutral. 32 seconds left.
Ross gives Stanford a little push. Get over there. That's red. That's your side.
Nice low-level shot here.
Good shot.
He's
here.
right on
now
his
we're
butt.
in a good scramble position.
So he wants to push his thigh off of his head. Now he's rolling him back, reaching for the far hip. He's in some bad spot here. There could be a fall coming around. We're going to see Stanford. We got short time. He's reaching right here. Switch his hips. If he could switch his hips. Nothing yet. Wow. I can't believe that. Darn it.
And time's going to run out. We're able to clear that hip. Good call by the official.
Yeah,
got to get the leg clear. Got to get hip control. We've taken the last two. We've taken 3 shots. I think we're in good shape here. We got 1 minute. We're in overtime. 4-4. Stanford versus UVU. I like our chances.
I do too. We scrambled right there. Was so close to having a takedown. All he had to really do was turn his hips hard and come around behind. But no sense crying over spilled milk. We're at an overtime. Nice level shot again.
Good job in on the ankles.
He's done a good job.
We're in the scramble. That's a good place. Now he needs to take control of the hip. If he'll step over.
If he can step over that.
There it is, right there.
Why
is that not 2? Control of the hip there. That's in pretty good shape.
We're in the same position as we were at the end of the 3rd period. Got to keep sitting his hips, sitting his hips. He's got to keep. Now we're. ...20 seconds.
Calls us.
I don't know how you do that.
And the fans didn't like that.
I don't know how you call a stalemate when a guy's on his back.
Guy's on his back and you call stalemate. Interesting. Here we go. 18 seconds. Still tied.
Here's the deal.
Good action.
Ross has a chance because twice now. Here we go.
10 seconds.
No.
6.
Holding him here.
And time.
Now we're going to double overtime.
Now we go to overtime.
So for those of you listening, what happens when we go into double overtime is each guy has a 30-second period to be on top and to be on bottom, and whatever points come out of those 30-second periods decides the match. This is where riding, if you're a good rider, you can ride on top, you can be tough, you can hold the guy down. This is where a lot of opportunity comes, because you hold the guy and then your round is open.
You get 30 seconds to riding, we'd be in good shape here. It's been a battle on the feet all the way through so far. Ross needs to change up right here. Don't stay hanging too long. Seeking for a cradle, that doesn't work. Stanford scores the 1. We're 1-0. We wrestle 30 seconds, and then Utah Valley gets a 30-second go, just as you explained, Sam. Now the decision. Can Ross decide to make another shot inside there, or is he going to wait and try to win it in the next 30? We only got 6 seconds. Try to stay solid here and get into the next round. Needs to get something better than 1. 1 point advantage. We have 30 seconds. We go in the down position this time. We're in the second. We're in the third. Second 30-second tiebreaker. Third tie-breaking period, following 7 minutes of wrestling. Ross
gotta get Ross
stepping up
here. Oh,
Ross is working for
here.
2, working for 2. Working inside, 20 seconds. Now he's got to scoot hard. He's got 15, needs to scramble out. Got to get to his base quick, 7 seconds. Stanford doing a good job holding him down. This is a tough one to lose because we had it won 2 or 3 times. And that's it. We go down by 1, 5-4, but I like where we were.
No,
I like that we were right in there. I like the battle was solid. We had opportunity to win it. A little short there at the end, but that was fun. That was a good battle by Ross. Young wrestler. Ross Taylor's a young wrestler for us.
Yes.
All right, who do we have? We're at
100. Well, now we're at 197. Derek Thomas, Layton, Utah, going up against Garrett Cron.
Boy, that's one we would have liked to have that one back the other way, wouldn't you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we got. Yeah. There was 2 just prime opportunities for Ross to win that one, and you know, unfortunately, you get in a scramble and a guy wants to just latch on and doesn't let that takedown happen. That's why in NCAA, when you get to this level, nothing is ever given up. They hold on to the very, very end.
We were talking on the way down today, Sam and I, and great comment by Iowa's great coach, Tom Brands. Tom said, nobody deserves it. You have to earn it.
Of course.
That's exactly it. Even though we think we should have had it, we had to earn it. Didn't quite get there, but I love the way you battled. I love the way we were in that match. That was a winnable match, just like I think everything's going to be. Here we go. Second round, second match of the first round, second match of the night. No score, we'll go out of bounds, come back, and restart.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have individual match scoring and also duel scoring. The duel team scores will be as follows. A pin, a forfeit, disqualification, or default will result in 16 points. A technical fall.
Stanford looks a bigger body type than him.
15 points will be 5 points. 15 points.
Go out of bounds here. No, I think you're right. I mean, it's interesting. Every program you got guys that find a way to fit in. They fit in that weight for their team, and so sometimes you get real big-bodied guys that are cutting a lot of weight, getting down, and vice versa. You got littler guys stepping up into a weight to fill in for either injured or maybe they're just really the best fit. Little fake shot there.
Derek's doing a good job with his down block. He's control of the tie. Keeping Stanford back, not letting him get into the hips.
Out of bounds here.
And we come back in. New start, no score. 50 seconds remaining. First round, second match.
As you can see on the shoes of all the Utah Valley wrestlers. And Peter.
Nice shot
there.
Shot. Got a strong whizzer there.
Good initiation. This is a battle position. Each wrestler has the same amount of leverage, opportunity. Comes back to neutral. 30
You know, that was
remaining.
a shot on the edge of the mat. Derek sprawls, and we're still on the edge. We wrestle long ways. You know, that's a big difference between high school and college. Is if you have one supporting point inbounds, then they wrestle. So you can wrestle in college, shoot 5, 6 feet off the mat, or out of the circle, I should say.
Adidas is now the official outfitter of UVU athletics. Check this out. And Adidas.
Yeah, he had a great short shot there. You know, and, grabbed that leg, wasn't able to finish. And time is running down here. So we're in the first period, 0-0.
There are two things I like about that first round. Derek's down block. I thought he had full control of the shots that Stanford took. He was able to push things back, maintain control there so they didn't develop into anything that was going to take him down. And I liked that he took some good shots. Not able to finish, but I like the shots that was there. So he's got to feel like he's got opportunity as we move into this second round.
Well, that does. I think that instills a lot of confidence knowing, hey, I was the one that really pushed the action in the first period. I was the one that was getting the shots off. And if there was anything where there was a shot taken on me, I was the one that could score off of down blocking. So he gets a quick escape, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. Now we got confidence to get a nice shot.
First points earned in the match go to Derek Thomas of Utah Valley.
Drag by here, but Derek recovers, brings his hips around.
Now he's got to be confident, as just I mentioned. There's a nice
Nice
low level
low shot. Again,
Right, finish that.
it's funny, this is the second match, and now is the third or fourth time we've seen the same position where if I get this type of shot, I got to isolate and control at least one of the hips. And that
Goes to
doesn't
a quick
happen,
stalemate.
so we go to stalemate. You know, if you get that shot, you either got to come up underneath, he's got to be draped, you got to be throwing him to the side and capturing one of the hips to isolate it. Other than that, he can still just leech around and hold on, and I mean, that's what we see right there.
Still think Derek's doing a nice job controlling tie.
Well, I think one of the things you look at when you get a tie-up is who's binding who's got a hold of who, and if both guys have an equal bind, I think one of the things you look at, well, who's got the head control or who's got the head position correct, right? And so I think Derek's done a good job of having good head position. Again, these hands, you're getting heavy hands, and now we're getting in the second shot there. Derek again blocks with his hands, doesn't even really get anything close into there.
He's holding Stanford away, controlling that shot. We just need to finish our shot.
Well, we keep hitting these low. Another outside single, but man, it's high up on that hip.
That's a tough place to finish from, especially a big body like
now we're
the
into a
Stanford
bind.
wrestler.
Yeah, oh yeah. You hit some of these guys, you know, you hit some of these guys and their legs are like tree trunks, and you shoot in and quickly realize I need to really explode through this, or it's not going to be successful.
It's like the guy who came back from a 50-mile hike and he wasn't where his car was. Somebody accused him of being lost. He said, "I'm not lost, I'm just not where I thought I was."
There you go.
Derek thought he was in a double leg position. It's not where he was.
So he backed out, and in the third period, the Cardinals of Stanford choose down. Derek immediately getting weight up on his hands, but here comes a stand-up position and lets him go. So we tie the round up, minute 52 in the third period, and comes down to a takedown. You know, a takedown can do a lot right now.
Derek starting to open it up a little bit, trying to create a little more motion. He's got to be confident. He's got to be confident in his takedowns because he's executed really well in the shots, but not the finish.
I think you look at it. Yeah, I agree. And what we have here is Cron is a redshirt freshman, a little bit younger, similar record as Derek. Derek's got some seniority over him, so I'm thinking the experience will outweigh the youth. Oh man, picking him up here. We want to look for Derek to. No, he sits down on his hip. He's got to scoot his hips around and get him on top.
He's got to scoot and get on top. He's almost there, almost there. If we can cover on the other side, there's two. Got to bring the right arm underneath.
Gotta look.
Scrambling.
We gotta not let him get his arm swum out right there, and that's what he does.
There's two with 36 remaining.
Score 3-1, 34 seconds left.
A little blood time out here. You know, that was another position where we were about 50-50, right? Or I would actually say Ross's match and now in Derek's match, it wasn't even 50-50. It was more like a 60% for us and a 40% scramble, right? Where I thought our UVU wrestler was in a better position, and the Cardinal ends up coming around and winning the position, winning the takedown. So, darn it, that's unfortunate.
But we're closer.
Oh, I agree. We just little adjustments got to happen here.
30 seconds left in the match.
Derek's on top here. See if he can't.
25 seconds.
20 seconds
Look
left.
for Derek to scoot his hips down and away and turn in right here. This is a good opportunity. Got to keep moving. We got to keep moving. Okay, right here he can turn into him. Man, the ref was looking for it. The crowd was yelling, "Hey, fall, 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 defensive fall!" And the ref was looking for it. Just not enough time where there was definitively could say that was a defensive fall. So we lose another close one.
Incredibly close.
Now here we go. Adam Fager going up against red shirt freshman Nathan Butler. Fager, one of our seniors, 3-3 on the season, come back after a injury-plagued season, so to speak, having problems and coming back, getting his win back. Fager is a two-time national qualifier, and I got to be honest, last night's defeat against Oregon was a big ding to him, but where Butler from Stanford is right outside the rankings, this is a big win, or this can be a big win for Adam, where he can prove, hey, I'm one of the top in the country, regardless of what's happened the last two matches.
In green, our senior Adam Fager.
You're watching heavyweight action on the campus of Utah Valley University, Division I men's wrestling.
Wolverines wrestle Oregon State. After this match, Stanford.
These guys standing each other up. Oh, nice elbow pass there by Adam.
Ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder, after this match, there will be a 90-second TV commercial timeout.
There we go, Adam.
Nice quick shot, but a
Nice change to a
switch.
double. No, it was excellent. Single leg shot, changes to a double. Now he's swinging back out to a double. He's got the
So if he comes up, he can still score this.
Used to elevate. Stanford did a good job of battling back and countering all of that. That was excellent motion.
Bailed out there. Man, nice shot by Adam. And then, I mean, man, these guys are big. Butler, big, but very athletic. Got a switch position. Fager even ended up coming up where he still had that leg draped over the top. You know, I've seen that a lot. This is the third match we've had, and the third time we were in that drape position where I felt we could, if I could get a guy up in the air, his leg up in the air, hopefully I'm coming out where I'm able to win that matchup, that position, I should say. So here's Adam. We got a wrist ride in front and flat. We're going to look for him to get his. There he goes. Base comes up.
30 seconds remaining, first round, heavyweights.
Butler 25-6 on the season. Had a ton of matches, 31 matches currently. That makes a difference too. I think that could be a big determining factor here. You got a guy that's obviously wrestled a lot, developed a lot, has the shape and the conditioning that 20, 30 matches will do to you. And so Fager coming off the injury, look for him to take that and explode out here. False start. Caution on Adam. He set and saw something and brushed it aside, and immediately weight comes up to this wrist ride, drags him down. Short time here in the first period.
Stanford gets ahead with a takedown in the first round. We're now sitting 2-0, so we start round 2. Stanford has a choice. He's going to take the down position.
So Adam bumps him forward here. We've seen this though, tripod position. We got to be able to bump him down or drag him back down. Adam comes out,
nice swing, nice
picks
change.
up the leg. Oh, goes to really tweak that leg and slips off. His hand slips. So we're neutral here. Scores 3-0 for Stanford's Butler. So we got a minute 30. I mean, this is where I could see Adam saying, okay, if I can get a takedown, I go down the next round, I can tie this match up. So I want to see Adam really get those hands and get his motion going. Because, again, I mean, we see it. Adam can move real well.
He is quick.
Both these guys, I'm telling you, that flurry we had there in the first round with Butler, man, that was some quick moving for such big guys.
Watching a good hand fight right now with heavyweights.
45 seconds left, 45 seconds left in the second period.
Nice shot. Counter back. Scored back to Stanford.
That's a great example of shot. He blocks it, snaps down Adam in front of him, and then runs around him. And that's some good athleticism. Great technique.
We're down 5 as we start the third round. And we're going to start neutral.
Just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, after this 90-second.
I'm thinking takedown to the back.
Throw. Adam does that too. I mean, he's fantastic. You know, Mike, I don't know, in your experience, Mike has coached a lot of guys and reffed, and, Adam's coming back from this injury. I mean, you think this is an effect of, just a slower start to these last couple matches we've been able to commentate and see Adam go? I mean, is this him working the cobwebs out?
I don't think we're putting together the match he wants to yet. I don't think we're seeing consistent effort throughout the 7 minutes. We see moments where he's just brilliant.
And we know, and that's the thing, we know it. I've watched Adam from the time he was young. I'm friends and wrestled with his brothers as we were in high school and college together. And so, I look at it and I go, you know what? I think it's. Oh, man, we're getting real aggressive with the hand fight here. Maybe we could turn something around, and that's what we need. We need a 5-point move here. I say go big or go home. You know, you gotta try at least, right? 32 seconds.
Fager appears to be getting a little frustrated by just the fact that Stanford's staying straight, staying solid, keeping distance, controlling the fact that he's not letting us get in, letting us get to a takedown position or a shot position. Now Stanford comes in really strong, starts to take a little more control of the scenario.
20
takes
seconds.
away Adams' hands. 20 seconds, there was a headbutt. Incidental, I don't think it was intentional. There's a 2 takedown.
See, I think that's when Adam wants to score. I might be going out on a limb here, but I feel that when Adam wants to score, he can score. And I don't know if it's, again, working out these cobwebs from being injured most of the year, or I should say half the year. I don't know what it is, you know. With the riding time that made, final score 6-2. Nice takedown by Adam. I got, you know, right at the last, but I feel like he has that.
We'll be back as Division I wrestling continues on the campus of Utah Valley University. We're on the campus, Utah Valley University, as the Stanford Cardinals lead the Wolverines 9-0. We've watched 3 matches. We're on to number 4. We are at 125 pounds. Mike Clapier here with Sam Allen. Sam, introduce him. 125.
This is one of our key matchups for the night. Chasen Tolbert, a junior, 11-5, right outside the rankings, going up against 15th ranked Evan Silver. This is a big matchup.
Love to see us show well here. So we start staying square, starting with the tie-up, looking for the technique that would take us down. What do you like about Tolbert? We've watched him closely over the last few matches. What do you see that's going well in terms of his technique?
One, I think he has one of those just mentalities. He's a tough wrestler. We saw him against Air Force last week, score a 27-second pin. Just real tenacious, willing to get out there and work hard. He's quick, he's explosive, and you know, I think that comes. He was wrestling 133 pounds, and he dropped down this year to 125, and he seems to fit well in this weight class. And last night we had a duel, so we had a 2-day weigh-in, and he looks good. He looks good.
How does a 2-day weigh-in work? They had to make weight both days, yes?
Yeah. So basically, you know, if you know you have a few days or a week before your next competition, you get, you know, I guess you don't worry about how you're hydrating and how you're giving nutrients to your body.
Get focused as the weigh-in time. Nice little pull.
Yeah. And these guys are fighting, nice hand fighting here. But where you have a weigh-in the next day, you're weighing in, you're hydrating, but you're hydrating with the mentality that, oh, I better watch what I'm eating, I better watch what I'm drinking, because I've got to be back down to weight tomorrow. And that was less than 24 hours. The duel last night was at 7 o'clock, and today started at 3:30, so it's less than a 24-hour turnaround.
I really like the hand fight that's going on. A lot of people don't realize just how much technique is involved there. You were good at that when I watched you in collegiate and in high school.
And that's my one thing is I think wrestlers, and not I'm more talking about younger wrestlers, is what my hands create, how I push, how I pull. I can pass the elbows, I can grab the hands. I set up and I open up opportunities for myself by doing that.
See, Tolbert's doing a great job with that, and I'm seeing opportunities start to develop. And as you mentioned, talk about how that consistent pulling on the head wears out the other wrestler, and then what that allows to open up later.
Well, I'll tell you, you know, your neck your neck is the start for almost every position in wrestling. When I shoot, I want my head up. When I'm on top, I want to have my head up. When I'm down, I want my head up.
Nice shot by Stanford. We're trying to recover into that. Got the whizzer in, battling there. Keep the feet active. Return to the mat. Still in neutral position. Trying to bring that back. Still battling. Good job by Tolbert. Now pressure on the head. Now pressure on the head. Good job.
Shot here.
Excellent. Excellent defense. Nice scramble. Good shot. Good effort by the Cardinal.
Yeah, that was good.
But Tolbert did an excellent job of battling in there, not giving up on that leg just because the leg was there. Like we were talking earlier, you have to win every position. Just because it's there doesn't mean that he's got it.
Exactly. Again, nice job.
Short time. That was good wrestling.
That was
excellent wrestling.
Really, really good. Both guys. Red defers to Chasen, or excuse me, Silver defers choice in the second period to Chasen. Chasen chooses down.
No score. Second round. Now they're both starting to breathe a little bit. That means they got at it. That was an excellent scramble.
Yeah, nice job. Nice whizzer. Good mentality of just knowing where Chasen was on the mat.
Nice job with his feet. Good knee slide. Now he's up. Tolbert's trying to bring him back, but excuse me, Silver's trying to bring him back. There's one for Utah Valley. He earns an escape. Now we're back. I think you're going to see if he can continue with that kind of pressure that he had. The steer. Tell me about the steer. What am I doing when I'm trying to steer somebody in that head position?
Well, I call it a steering wheel because if you think of driving a big bus, I pull the head to the right, I pull the head to the left, and I use the head and the arm to really start getting the guy stepping.
And you can see Tolbert do that technique. Did in the first round. Silver could be adjusting to it just a little bit. There he's in on another shot
there.
Still
Shot to
no
a switch.
takedown. Nice,
Shot to
nice.
a switch. Chasen's going to look to keep switching his hips, and he gets a leg in. That's a takedown.
Oh, two.
That's a great job by Chasen. Scramble position.
That was excellent.
Awesome.
Excellent from a bad shot. I mean, the other guy took the shot. He looked in trouble, didn't give up on it, continued to move. Looks like Coach Borelli wondering if he wants to pull that official over and talk about it, or at least review it. We do have video review in NCAA wrestling, something we don't have in the high school levels. But the fact that he's letting it continue makes me wonder. 30 seconds remaining, round two. Jason's out in front to a 3-0 lead.
Nice job here of a wrist ride to a cross face. Chasen's doing a good job here, really keeping him flat. If you can see, Chasen's applying an immense amount of pressure, keeping Silver flat. He's reaching in, grabbing these wrist rides, keeping him down.
5 seconds. There's time. Coach Borelli wants to call him over. That's good wrestling. That was an excellent job there.
Really, really good job by Chasen.
Coach Borelli has stepped to the middle, wants to call the official over, wants to at least have a review. I believe he wants to review that takedown, or at least talk about it. At least plead his case.
You know, as Chasen came out here, I was like, he just has the intensity. He's got the focus. He's performing extremely well right now. This is a big win. This is a big lead, and let's see if we can pull the win off here. But this will be big for Chasen.
What was impressive was how deeply Silver made the shot. He got in there deep. Looks like we're going to review this one. The official's going to take a look at it. How deeply he took the shot. He got in there. It was an excellent single leg. Tolbert stayed cool, waited and waited, and then stepped around. We see Jamil Kelly for the first time stepping on the mat. That's a world team member Greco wrestler.
Yeah, extremely good wrestler.
It's fun to see this talent come through in that. Now he's taking a look at it, wondering if, I don't know what the argument was. We clearly ended up in control. So is he thinking that maybe
I think it's here.
Here we go. Here we're watching. Here we're watching. Now we're scooting. He's got to clear the leg. Stanford has control of the leg. Right there, though, we now have control. I don't know why that's not two.
I think the thing that we're arguing here is
Maybe
that there was a
takedown.
Yeah, a takedown and then a reversal. But
was it 2 and 2?
Yeah.
I could see that argument, but I don't know.
But Chasen, I mean, there's something that referees call reaction time.
Exactly.
Chasen was in a takedown position, but he quickly hit a switch. He hits the switch and ends up coming back around. And, you know, I look at it and I go, hey, I think we're in a good position.
I had that call the other night. It just happened to be in the tiebreaker of overtime. Officials now taking a look at it, and he's either going to give us 2 or not give us 2. I mean, he's going to give Stanford 2 or not. I think the argument was we think we got a 2 and then a reversal to 2. And Coach Borelli, of course, is being a great sportsman. And the official is going to, so far the points are still on the board. And we see no point change. So Coach Borelli, great sportsman about how he approached it. Had a question, wanted to make sure that it wasn't there. The official had it right the first time, so we stay with a 3-0.
Oh no, here we go.
Oh, we're going to change it.
So here's the thing, Chasen scored, defensively, but he's had some good offense. I hope to see Chasen go.
Oh, now they're going to adjust riding time.
So riding time was continuing to run up here in the arena.
I got it.
Should be 44 seconds of riding time, if I remember correctly.
Okay, so the takedown holds.
Takedown holds.
We're adjusting riding time.
And yeah, there was no escape, so it should still be 3.
So 14 seconds. We're off 14 seconds.
We're off 14 seconds, but then the arena help here actually thought that there was an escape. So Silver chose neutral, so it should be 3-0.
How much does this downtime affect it? See, I see Silver kind of breathing a little harder than Tolbert. Of course, we're at elevation. We're sitting about 5,600 feet. I don't think Stanford's that far in the air.
No, they're down low, and so what we have is, Chasen looks extremely ready. He's in great position. He's sitting on the line, ready to go, and Silver seems to be really huffing and puffing here.
So now the steering we were talking about in the first round really comes to play. Can we continue to control the tie?
Exactly.
Continue to control. There's a nice shot. Silver comes in tough, does a nice shot to a second change, but Tolbert did a good job with the down block and held that off.
Well, here's the thing. Now Silver just took a shot. You get 2 and 3 shots, the ref's going to start saying, all right, Chasen, you got to get active, give a stall warning. So let's look for him, Chasen, to create some offense. He's got to get his feet going. There he goes. He's coming around.
There he goes. Come around.
Oh, darn. He almost had him on his hip. Though. Keeping his head down and away.
He's got a scramble. 1 minute remaining.
Nice.
Tolbert's starting to feel some confidence with the situation. I like what he's able to do on his feet. He's got to continue, though. He needs to step his pressure up. Let's see if he can continue to control the tie, control the scramble. There's Silver in on a nice single leg, but Tolbert's done a good job with those whizzers.
Tight whizzer there. 40 seconds.
That's a potentially dangerous knee outside the chamber. That's a good call. Official protecting. 40 seconds remaining.
Let's get these hands going. Chasen's got to create something here. Again, best defense oftentimes is good offense. And Silver's the one with a lot of the offense right here, but Chasen's doing a good job of making him pay. Like right here, not a terribly great shot. Chasen down blocks. We come up. More time is coming off. We got 20 seconds left in the third period.
Now he can't keep backing up. Well, there we go. Now we get aggressive. There we go in the front tie.
Snap down.
There we go. Oh, he almost had him in a position to slip to the back. 6 seconds. This is big. This is excellent. Tolbert finally ignites it. And there we go. That's a win. That's a good job. That's a good job. That's a little bit of fire. I like it.
Big win for Chasen. Big win.
That's what we need to see take place. 9-3. Jason Tolbert finally put some fire in the belly of the beast, and now Jade Rouser. Tell us who he's wrestling.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jade's going up against Connor Schramm, redshirt freshman with a record of 9-1, so perhaps stepped in at a certain time throughout the season here. Jade's one of our leaders. He's a junior, but man, he comes out and he provides a lot of passion and a lot of intensity to the mat. I think he and Chasen together, being at 125 and 133 pounds, are a real momentum change for our team. You know, when these guys wrestle, you can actually feel it. You can feel it in the air. The arena changes, the fans change, and there's this just the intensity in the air.
We're at 133. Team score 9-3. Once again, we're starting out a little fresh, kind of just seeing what works and what doesn't. Create pressure and create motion. Isn't that the name of the game, Sam?
Of course. By pushing, by pulling, by moving laterally, by faking, getting underneath, changing my levels.
Connor from Canonsburg, Pennsylvania. He wrestled at Canyon McMillan High School.
Both these wrestlers filling each other out. We got about a half of the first round gone here. A lot of hand fighting and positioning here. No real offense though yet. Jade's another one. You know, I mentioned this in Adam's match. I feel like he can score kind of when he wants. Jade's one of those, man. If he goes, hey, I got to make something happen, he does a great job of that.
So I thought we had more. I thought in Tolbert's match we saw more control. Why are we not seeing more of that push and pull? Are they both just staying square until they kind of get a sense of where the other guy can do?
They are, and you know, I'm not sure if sometimes when you get a wrestler that, if both wrestlers come and they meet each other and they're open, meaning they're moving and they can get moved. Also, when you got a guy that's extremely closed down and defensive, it's more difficult to open that up, but that also means that he's probably less likely to shoot and attack as well.
Red gets a warning.
And that goes exactly what I was saying. He's real locked up. He's wrestling very defensively.
It's generally just a call from the official to let's get moving. No harm, just a warning. I'd like to see a little more action. I haven't seen much from either guy at this point, though.
No, I agree.
And a lot of times if there's a warning on one side and there's not a lot of action, there'll become that warning on the other side. We haven't seen that yet either. But as the first round winds down, both wrestlers are kind of just seeing where they're at and seeing where the other guys can do. We have choice, so Jade Rouser takes that bottom position. We're in round 2, no score.
Quick start there. Nice job by Connor Schramm.
Is he a California wrestler?
From Pennsylvania, actually.
Nice, they're tough. Good job by Rouser. Comes up, good escape.
So good escape here. Now we're back to the kind of the position that we were in the first period. Let's see if Jade can't start moving him around, get his hands real heavy. Double pass there to shot.
The battle here is hands.
That's the first real offense.
And the issue, or the goal, is to create pressure and to wear the other wrestler down, get his back tired so that opportunity presents itself. Because if you watch them, they're pretty much north and south. I want to keep my arms extended and the other guy away from me. I think Jade actually stays in a little stronger position. I think the Stanford wrestler, now see, he came back and hit the same thing. I think he's trying to just wake them both up because they're both kind of just, there's a lot of dancing. There's a nice double leg blast.
Man, wow. Great double leg blast.
That was good. Jade's going to come up, try to get that right back. There's a good
nice
job
chain
with
wrestling
swing.
there.
There's a good job with an escape. That evens it up. That's a good blast double, though. That was very nice. Wait for the nice moment, really put that in.
But I think Jay, that kind of woke him up. You saw him immediately respond. He's up to his feet. He gets picked up and returned to the mat, hits a switch. That doesn't quite work. Then he's bam, back up again. That was a great example of chain wrestling where Jade goes, okay, that's it. Listen, that shook me up. I'm not going to stay down underneath here. I'm going to get up, tie up the match.
Well, if we're done with 2 rounds, and we've got a 2-2 score. And Stanford's in the down position.
Quick escape there. It's more like got his hips up, turned him down and away, ran him out. Jade said, okay, we're just going to go neutral.
3-2. Now it's a battle on the feet. They both have warnings. So the official can, the next call will be a point. He can insert himself if he chooses to. But there's a nice little attempt to do a duck. Doesn't work. Jay's looking for that good opportunity, working for that opportunity to put that good shot together. As a former wrestler, do you try to make that happen earlier or later?
Well, here's the thing.
Or are you thinking that way at all?
Well, either way, here's the thing. If I get an escape, or excuse me, my opponent gets an escape and I'm down by 1, and I know I got to score a takedown to win. Oh, darn.
That's a nice job by Townsend. Got the leg up. That doesn't help. Got to use it or let it go.
Switch here. So we're down by 3, 54 seconds left.
That's kind of that moment like, was that push out or was that not push out? I think he was thinking, did I call that or not? I think
Here we go.
Stanford just shoved him out. Okay, 5-3, we got 45 seconds. Now Jade's got to open it up. Now you're seeing Stanford start to bind a little bit.
Yeah, you're seeing it. I mean, he's
and when he looks at the clock, he's stalling for sure. Now see if the official can make that call. He's laid himself open with the stall call. He can make the call. There it is. There's one for us. Got 11 seconds. 1-point game. Stanford's going to stay backing up or not. Nice shot, Jade. See if he can finish it. 5 seconds. He stalled that one out.
Yeah, that was too bad, but you know, great match.
5-4. You know what though? We're battling it. We're battling it. It's great wrestling. You're seeing good stuff here. Don't go away. We will be right back.
You are watching UVU TV.
Well, you're looking at wrestling fans enjoying some good wrestling. It's Utah Valley versus the Cardinals of Stanford. And Mike Clapier here with Sam Allen as we take just a bit of a break. We'll have the wrestlers back in a couple of minutes. But Sam, team score 12-3. But those matches, we are in every match. We are battling. We're taking a look at Derek Hardy. Guess he scores one of his escapes.
Got Chase and battling here with a hand fight, and oh, right there. Man, I didn't notice that, but grabbed his headgear there.
Stanford had a hold of the headgear. That's what prompted the shove. We are in the matches. We talked earlier at the pregame. We talked about we were wrestling.
Here's a great example of that chain wrestling that we talked about. Lifted up, taken down, switch to a stand up right here, switch, and he's right back up.
That's good. That's good. We talked about that in the pregame. We talked about the fact that we wrestled number 18, we wrestled number 20, we're wrestling number 25. We're right hanging in with those guys. And we are, I mean, it couldn't be closer if it was.
Okay, I mean,
it couldn't be closer if it wasn't that sweet kiss of those beautiful women used to run around with. That's how close it is.
Well, I mean, it is, man.
We are dealing with a hair's difference between winning, but we're just not quite there yet. But here's my takeaway, and here's what I think is exciting about what we're watching right now. We're watching a team that's transitioning, and we're moving to a place where we can believe that we can not only go with these guys, but we can win these matches. Now we have to prove it. We have to prove it not only to ourselves, but we have to prove it to our competition that we're worthy of going with that. And so I'm excited about what I'm seeing. I'm not excited that the score is 12-3. There's still 5 matches left.
Well, one of our keys to victory was just that. We have to win these close matches. One of them's in overtime.
Right.
Some of them are by 1 and 2 points.
Right.
Those are the times that we really have to say, okay, I have to dig deep. I have to keep the technique strong. I got to keep it in focus, and I got to finish these matches out. Unfortunately, just right here with Jade, I mean, that was a close match. We could go back and forth. Oh, who's stalling who? But at the end of the day, you got to earn your victory.
That's right.
And I think Jade's got that, you know. But we'll keep on going. We're about halfway through here. We've got more great wrestling to go, and we'll certainly see how the rest of the matches go.
Well, it's good wrestling nonetheless. We'll be right back with this. Don't go away. Utah Valley Wrestling on UVU TV. We'll be back. Well, halfway through, Utah Valley versus the Cardinals of Stanford, and it's a 12-3. But that score does not indicate how close these matches are. Set us up. We're at 141 pounds. Mike Claber with Sam Allen.
And for the Wolverines, we have Matt Ontiveros going against Mason Pegnilli. It's a good matchup. Again, we come back down to the lower weights, and just the way they move, the way they wrestle is a lot different. I think a lot more action. You see a lot more scramble positions.
That was a nice pass.
Pegnilli, for a freshman, 8-5, so he's just stepping in. Ontiveros, also a freshman, 7-10. So we got 2 freshmen, guys right out of high school. Ontiveros coming to us from Fresno, California. That's one thing as we come into the state of Utah. We're having our regional and divisional and state championships coming up, and California is one of the states that decided that they would run a single state championship. So there's only one state champion in the state of California, and
it's a big deal.
And man, it's a big deal to be even a regional and sectional champion in California is very quite the feat.
Nice extension out by Stanford wrestler. Got that low single ankle level. Trying to lift now. Ontiveros is keeping his weight in position where he doesn't let that happen. He's trying to build for either a change of venue or a stalemate position. There's a lot of offense you can put on there, but that goes to stalemate. Official says let's not improving. Let's get back to our feet.
I think Ontiveros was kind of looking for that. You know, hey, got a nice deep shot on me. I'll hang out here and wait for the stalemate, and so we're back up on our feet with a minute 30. Ooh, outside shot here.
Once again, battling got a wizard in there. Out of bounds. Well, so far Stanford's putting the shots in on us.
Yeah, I mean 2 shots and good ones, you know.
There's a good shot by Utah Valley. Reshot by Cardinals.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds we go. Finish it on the mat, boys.
You know, some wrestlers they like to wrestle on the edge, not only for a defensive purpose that if they get shot on, they can go out of bounds, but also they have the whole mat in front of them to penetrate, shoot forward, drive forward. They got the whole mat in front of them. So like right here, as Ontiveros pulls forward and pushes forward, well, we jump out of bounds here. So we're on the edge. Look for him to keep his head down, and referee says, let's go stalemate, we'll go back up. 12 seconds in the first period. You know, I always say this, and maybe as we watch and as those at home watching, watch what happens when the wrestlers are both lined up in neutral position. See what step they take first. So the referee blows the whistle. Are they stepping forward? They stepping laterally? They stepping back? I think that's indicative of how the match is going, where the mindset's at.
Well, the rule says that you have to be improving your position, and so if you're stepping forward, then you're engaging. If you're stepping backward, you could be fleeing the hold and not really doing it. There's a nice escape by Ontiveros. Puts us up by 1. We're in the second round. Match number 6.
Shot.
Good shot. So far, it's a Cardinal putting good shots together, and Utah Valley doing a good job defending those shots, because we haven't seen a takedown scored yet.
Tight waist there, flattens him out. Usually if I can get a guy flat, hooks the foot.
He's stepping, trying to step over and take control of those hips while they maintain something in control. And
look at this. This is an interesting position.
Now we're out of bounds.
You know what's interesting? The rule says I gotta have a supporting point. Ontiveros knew that if he went out and his hand slipped out, then that was the supporting point. And he had his little fingertips just clawing on the edge of the mat as he tried to jump around.
He was looking for a handle.
Yeah, that was awesome. Great awareness of where he was on the mat, trying his best to score that takedown. He was in good position, unfortunately just too far out of bounds. So the ref called us out of bounds, and we're back in the middle. Another shot.
Well, right now the Cardinal is the offensive wrestler, and Utah Valley's the defensive wrestler. And they're staying even because we got no score other than the one escape. "35 seconds. We're in the second round at 141.
Front headlock position, snaps it down. His elbows are deep here. You know, as a defensive wrestler, the Cardinal, you see him trying to pull that elbow, pull it down to his chest, bury his head into Ontiveros' chest. Gotta try and keep your elbows real tight there. And everything's happening out on the edge of the mat, so it's unfortunate that we keep. Well,
yeah, I agree with that.
I do too.
I agree with that, because that front headlock position started 10 feet away. And the whole time he was battling that, his battle was to back up. And he just inched backwards, inch, until he was off on the edge. I agree with that. That's a good call.
You know, tonight, many Cardinal wrestlers have chosen or elected to choose neutral when it was their choice in the round, which I think goes to show that the confidence they have in the footwork and take that.
Nice shot.
Nice shot.
Nice outside
continue to get the angle here.
Trying to bring into that. Now he's got a good position. He's doing
Great
good.
position here again.
Comes back out.
Looking for a double here. Double again.
There's 2.
Oh, he's catching him here in a half Nelson position.
That was excellent.
Great job by Matt Ontiveros.
Nice job. That's the first takedown of the match. 120 remaining.
So now we're running out of time. Mason Pigilli has got to turn something on in order to get out of this riding time accruing up. Ontiveros doing a good job of riding him right on the edge of the mat.
1 minute left on the clock.
So 43 seconds left. Ontiveros is an excellent leg rider. So let's see if we can't turn something up. Again, oh, we got a caution false start.
Red. Jumping a little quick there.
Driving forward, throws a leg in here. Here's where he's super tough. Let's see if he can't get a turn here. Again, we want to pick up some bonus points, whether it's in the shape of a fall or a major decision. Got to really score some points quick if we're going to do that, though. Looks like
18 seconds.
Ontiveros is trying to pull his hands out, and our Stanford wrestler here, he's lying flat, just holding on for dear life. Riding time is now a factor as time runs out.
And that's a good one. That's a good one. We come back from break. We put a win. We put a W up there. That makes the team score 12-6. We've got 4 remaining, and a good job by Matt Ontiveros to put one on for us.
Great job. Up next at 149 pounds, we got Trevor Wilson, transferred from Arizona, going up against Garrett Shaner, a redshirt freshman with a record of 15-2. Nice shot by Trevor Wilson. Again, we get in this drape position a lot tonight. Rolls this leg through. But he's coming around. Let's see if we can't get his hips back and around. As a scramble gone kind of weird. His knee is all kinds of tweaked up. That's unfortunate. You see how Trevor Wilson's leg is totally tweaked over his body, and his arm is caught in there. So there's not a lot he can do. He's in this near fall position.
That's tough to wrestle there. Can't get a foot on the mat.
Such an interesting way to have a cradle. Now we're into more of a traditional cradle, but it's tight, you know, but man, darn it. You know, we end up with a fall, but man, that's a scramble position that Wilson was really on top of, in my opinion. Ends up coming out on the losing end of that scramble position, and great job by Stanford picking up the fall.
We'll be back. A lot of good wrestling waiting for you here. Wrestling waiting for you here. Don't go away. We'll be back.
You are watching UVU TV.
Well, just when we were knocking on the door swung against us.
Yeah, it did.
And some bad luck. Trevor got caught in the 149. We got caught in a bad position. Got our leg caught up in a weird situation.
Here's a replay of that. So we get into this crazy scramble position and end up coming out where you see Wilson's leg gets trapped here, and as it continues, we stay here. And he gets caught in this funky cradle position, like a standing cradle position. Just a real funny cradle here.
And you're not able to get your foot on the mat. So not only are you battling all that pressure from your feet, you're pressuring, trying with nothing to greet from the bottom. You can't get your feet on the mat. So
well, here we got Logan Addis, 157 pounds. Quick shot right off the bat by Stanford's Maxwell Holbeck. Logan scrambling here. Looking to get his hips back and away.
no takedown yet. Volbeck early on that shot, but no score.
Nothing yet, still
And there's two for the Cardinals.
Volbeck, a red shirt sophomore. Logan coming to us from Arizona with a record of 19-11. Quick, got an escape here. Just 12 seconds of riding time accrued there. Let's look for Logan to get some action going where previously, you know, right off the bat, Stanford wrestler was out and attacking right away. Oh, nice low-level shot. That was real quick, lightning quick. Captures Logan's ankle, and Logan's got a head encircled, but the ref gave the takedown there. So that makes the match score 4-1. Look for Logan to get up out of here again. Fight the hand control right here. Turn into him.
Stanford wrestler talking about body styles, body forms early in the match. He's long and thin, so big reach. Got to get past all of that arm and all that distance he can create with his arms, his legs. That's a challenge.
Well, it is, and also the offense that creates for Volbeck. He hits these low-level shots. He's far away, but those lightning quick hands grabs an ankle.
He's got distance in his reach. Doesn't have to take his hips as far as the other guy does. He's got distance in his reach.
Certainly. But you see now Logan has a hand close to the mat looking for a good down block so he can avoid that happening again.
Nice. He was ready for it that time.
He was. He's got an arm trap. Comes to a leg ride.
Trapped arm guided work right there.
little different style. Freestyle Greco-Roman, we'd be good. Oh, he pulls him back. Ooh, darn it. Oh, darn. He loses his hips. His hips get high, and Volbeck comes off in a reversal. Scores 6-4.
Some good action there, though. I think he's aware of that. I liked how he waited on that, knew right where that shot was coming, and then capitalized on that. We'll see that again when we get to our feet. Right now, our job is to get out from underneath this pressure and this leg ride. Coming up on 10 seconds remaining. First round, we're at 149.
Here we go, the score currently 6-4. Stanford chooses down. Start out the second period.
Stanford chooses down. 6-4 match. Not a bad score. Logan can turn something on here. He's got an arsenal of turns. Tries for a cradle, but was unsuccessful at securing that or keeping Volbeck's head down, so Volbeck steps up out of it and scores an escape. So match score 7-4.
Now we'll see if that same thing develops as we saw last time. Utah Valley is aware of that shot and capitalized on it. We'll see if Stanford gives the same thing. Oh, it goes to a different technique, underhook. Steps into that and scores a 2 there, so came at it totally different.
Yeah.
It's excellent, winning the chess game at this point.
Really, I mean, he had an underhook, he goes to a knee tap, scored a great one, and now has Logan's rear leg trap. Logan does a good job getting it out. Now we're in a leg ride position where, man, these guys that can leg ride, especially long, lanky guys like Volbeck, this can get real tough. Because it just, you know, when you ride those legs, Mike, an immense amount of pressure can be created. You put pressure in the back, you start stretching the body, pulling the arms back. tilt positions, power half positions. As you can see here, this is a guillotine position. You can see that he can turn his wrist up, Logan gets his hands in front of him, which is a great job.
5 seconds left on the clock. Stanford building right in time. Up to 45 now.
.30 seconds remaining. As you indicated, Sam, we've got to get away from that ride.
The ref saw that too. The ref goes, you know what? Not enough action. Let's get a fresh start. And again, if I'm a wrestler, Logan, and he knows legs are going to come in, that means I gotta move immediately to my feet off the whistle. If not, I'm doing myself a disservice. Those legs are going to be coming in. Nice job. He comes up, tries to step behind and trip down.
A stalemate there. A call of stalemate in that position is an admission that that nothing's going on. So, and he gets a warning for stalling there.
Warning, yeah. You know, one thing I noticed as we were there, Logan had a chance to really get his hands, fight the hands and break the hands that were around his waist, and his hands were kind of up, just floating. So getting to your feet is half the battle. The other half is breaking that grip and turning your hips out and away.
Utah Valley's going to take down. Going to take neutral.
Well, I think that was smart. Logan was thinking, hey, I'll go down. And at the request of coach, he goes, no, let's go neutral. We spent a lot of time down. 2 minutes and 21 seconds of riding time has been added up. Got a tight whizzer here. It's high. And he hips it down and loses this position. So takedown there, but a quick escape. Another knee tap. Some points start pouring on here.
Stanford's starting to open this one up. This is our first one right now at this point with 1:15 remaining in the final period. At this point, we are at a major decision.
Logan can get up and get away, and he can stop a major decision. I think that'd be big. You know, we wanted to gain those points, but not give up those points. Those were some of the keys to our matchup tonight. So we got 58 seconds. Logan can get this escape, get a takedown, keep those bonus points from being scored by Stanford, and again keep the match closer than it seems to be. Switch from a ankle ride to a tight waist, and he gets the escape.
I'm impressed with the Stanford wrestler's technique. He's shown a lot of different things as he's working these takedowns. He's in on underhook now on the right side.
Oh man, tried a high arm spin. Arm slipped off. Kind of tough later in these third period. We got a lot of sweat. You know, tries for an arm spin, missed it, and immediately gave up that takedown.
I think Stanford countered it well. He felt it coming, changed his own weight, and took the spin away. I think some of that was on the Stanford wrestler. He's a good wrestler.
Really good. I'm really impressed with this wrestler.
And there you have it. Stanford's going to put that one in the bank and put 4 points on the board with it. Stanford wins at 149. We're going to 157, Sam.
Actually, we're up at our 165-pound match where we got a ranked wrestler, Jim Wilson of Stanford, going up against a freshman, Dalton Harmon. So
I was off a weight, my bad.
Yeah, we finished up to 157s. Now we're on 165. Dalton here, young guy, young freshman, going up against a tough 13th ranked wrestler. This is good. I mean, as a young wrestler, it gives you an idea of where you got to be at to be in the top and wrestle tough. It's anybody's match, you know. Outside shot here. Dalton does a good job stopping him on the edge of the mat. nice outside shot to a single leg. He's lifting it up. Dalton with a nice whizzer here, trying to keep his legs wide. Bells out, gives up 2 on the edge of the mat. We go out of bounds. It'll be interesting to see what Wilson's MO is here, whether he rides or his real attack is off his feet. See here, he's riding tough. He's keeping Dalton flat.
.145 on the board, 1 minute 45 seconds.
Got a bar arm situation here where Wilson's trying to thread his, he's got his elbow in the back. He's going to try and thread this through to a bar arm series, which he secures. Dalton's doing a good job here because he knows that an option for him is to run that around, so he keeps hand control. He's trying to keep a wide base. A lot of opportunities for tilts and scores here, but again, he's keeping wide. Wilson's reaching, trying to grab that wrist. Dalton's keeping his hand back. Nice job.
One minute left on the clock. 1 minute left.
Oh, he runs. Here we go. We want to keep our hip down. Dalton's got to bring his left hip down to the mat, which he does. Try to get his hand in front of him. Almost does it. Almost gets that bar arm off. Look to bring the hand to the mat. Oh, now we're almost in a double bar arm series here. Chicken wing. I don't know. What do you call it, Mike? I call it bar or chicken wing.
Bar arm.
Now we're in leg ride position. This is a good example of transition wrestling, going from wrist rides to bar arm to leg ride, and it goes back and forth, and exhausting for the bottom guy, but very effective in one, utilizing time, managing clock time, 2, opening up for tilts and scoring near fall points, and really just wearing the guy out.
5 seconds.
So we got to look for Dalton. If he's on bottom, he's got to keep his elbows in front of him, and avoid getting those wrist rides and those bar arms.
Hard battle not getting turned.
Oh, man. And Dalton did a good job there. Caution here. A little false start for Wilson of Stanford. Tries to lift. Nice job lifting, bringing it back down to the mat.
Stanford showing some very good technique here, standing up, good control on his hips, keeping his feet.
Got a 2-on-1, brings him back down. Again, this is constant. We've got to keep chain wrestling. Wilson tries to step behind. Does it, gets a hand and immobilizes it, and ends up coming back around Dalton.
Made that look easy.
He did. It was a great technique there. Again, you see Dalton's wrists are in. We have to get his elbows in, his hands out, rather than his elbows out and his hands in. So again, we go back to this wrist ride. This is real heavy here. He's carrying all the weight. Again, Dalton's hands are in, his elbows are out. All right. Here we go, back to our feet with an escape.
Just as we saw Dalton Harmon with a point with an escape. Was the lead 4-1. 45 seconds left on the clock. Second period.
Nice little shot there.
That second shot was from far away, but he did a great job. If you were watching, he shot, and his motion and his penetration just continued. It was probably about 5 to 8 feet on the mat. He just kept going, got up underneath Dalton. So now he's in this drape position, ends up getting back around, scoring two-point takedown. So at the end of the second period, score is 6-1. It's Dalton's choice. Dalton chooses down. We know what's coming. Wrist rides, leg rides. So we got to look for him to explode up out of here real quick. Comes up, it gets kind of squashed down, goes flat. Again, double leg right here. Pushing his head down. I mean, this is real tough riding here.
At what point does Top have to use those rides? Can he? I mean,
well, here's the thing: it's all offensive, and this is the way I look at it. And you probably have a perspective with that. If I'm working for it, then I'm working for it. Wow, that was a little uncalled for. I mean, that was a huge swinging. It's different if it comes right from in front. I mean, but if you watch this replay, whew, man, that hand came clear around and clubbed him on the head.
Here it comes.
Boom. I mean, that's
that was a strike.
Quick shot in here to a single leg. Dalton's got this whizzer trying to keep his balance. Goes to bail out and ends up giving up a takedown here. Scores 4-8 for Stanford's Wilson. Be nice if Dalton could put some offense together here, right here. Maybe pull him down to a front headlock, spin around to the back. So right here, he's got a decent front headlock. You can do a lot here. You can, look, he's stepping towards it, then bam, pull it down, pull it in front of you.
Wilson's breathing hard. The elevation's making a difference to him.
I think Wilson was thinking, hey, his hands are in my face. I think there's a difference when they come from a short distance rather than a large swinging hit or club to the head. And I call it that. I call it clubbing because it is. It's a club, and you can get aggressive with it. But, ooh, arm spin here. Dalton caught his leg, though. So let's see if Dalton can get his hips up. And what's going on? Like the ref said, potentially dangerous.
23 seconds, third round.
Dalton push his head down, real heavy on his head, try to keep his head down. Again, 4 seconds. You know, for a big matchup where we're wrestling a ranked guy, I thought Dalton wrestled well. With his final score with riding time, it ends up being a score of 9-4. That's a 5-point victory or 5-point loss, but with a young kid, a freshman, going against a redshirt sophomore, he's got a lot of years of experience and ranked in the country. I thought that was a decent job by Dalton Harmon.
It was. He was able to not give up any back points, which is what Stanford had a lot of time to do to work for.
Well, here we go. In our last match, our senior, Ethan Smith, stud muffin from Midway, Utah, going up against Keaton Subject, a redshirt freshman. Let's hope we could put some more points on the board, make this match look like it was a bit closer. You know, you got 3, you know, we can win this, we win 3 of 10, and that's a little bit closer, right?
A little bit.
It carries a record of 15-9. Our local boy coming to us from Wasatch High School by way of Heber, Utah. Ethan Smith.
Ethan, one of the 2 seniors that are making a start for Utah Valley. It's always hard to see those seniors go, but again, a young team, it's good for them to get the experience too. So these guys graduate with a degree and continue on, and many of them stay. I mean, I know a lot of wrestlers that wrestled with me. We stay involved in the wrestling community in the state, and certainly hope Ethan does that too. Oh, nice pull down here, and then to a pass.
A little bit of an inadvertent head bump there.
Happens a lot.
by way of Stanford.
A wrestler's forehead and face are tough, constant grinding, head to head, forehead to forehead, temple to temple. So stuff like that. Someone from outside might be like, "Hey, that looked pretty bad," but both wrestlers might say, "I didn't even notice it," right?
Yeah.
Pull here. Both guys looking to get inside. Fake shot there by Ethan.
Support UVU scholarships by ordering a UVU license.
Let's get some more offense here. Ethan goes to push it up to a high C kind of shot, outside high C shot.
All proceeds that go to UVU scholarships.
A lot of what we're seeing is everything's kind of outside. And
30 seconds left.
oh, time to post. So Ethan reached, and subject timed that very well. Ethan reached, subject timed it, posted the hand up, came in with a double leg shot, finished. Now he's riding high right here in a spiral ride, kind of a claw with a spiral.
10 seconds left.
10 seconds. Let's hope Ethan can get an escape here. He's in this tripod position. If he can slide his knee up underneath him, get his hips underneath him. Doesn't look like we'll get that. So at the end of the first period, scores 2-0.
At the end of the period, we go in at 2-0. Stanford in the lead. This period is brought to us by Tucano.
All right, quick escape for subject.
Their proud sponsor of UVU Athletics. Please visit us at the Shop in Riverwoods. Try some of our dishes, like grilled Alaskan salmon and bacon wrapped filet. And visit us at tucanos.com. And saw their escape by Stanford. They lead by takedown and escape. 3-point margin.
Utah Val working for position. It's hard to appreciate without being out there how strong these guys are.
Oh man, no, it's crazy. Somebody that is not familiar with the sport would be like, oh, these guys are just kind of standing around pushing each other, you know. It doesn't look too hard, but you realize that every muscle and every fiber of your body is just working to oppose your will on someone else. And I think when you get to this time in the match, Stanford has the team match won, but each guy has their individual match, and you take pride in your own personal performance. So, you know, Ethan, let's look for him to really step this up.
Nice counter there. Nobody's even giving up the tie. They're not getting into those tight steering kind of positions that we saw earlier.
Everything has come from outside, and what I mean by outside is they're barely touching. You know, right here. Now we're a bit inside, so I call that inside. Everything where my arm is straight, that's pretty far away. A lot of reaction time for both wrestlers, no matter what the attack is.
Ten seconds left.
They're both working hard, but nobody's giving anything away. Not distance, not position, not angle.
No.
There again, Ethan tried to work a little toss by, it didn't come. These guys are pretty evenly matched. We're into the third round. Stanford has a 3-point lead. Utah Valley takes a down position. Here's a chance to get the 1 and then the 2, get it back even. That's what we need to see happen. Let's see what happens.
Stanford on top. Score 3-0.
Ethan up on the technique. Good job coming out.
Got up and out quick. Well, takedown ties this up. Let's see if we can get inside, make something happen here. Man, we got another close match. I think if you went down through and you looked at how many of these matches were genuinely close. I mean, we had one major decision, a couple margins of victories that were pretty big. Other than that, everything's been right within striking distance for us to get a takedown, stop a takedown, and things are a lot closer, right? outside shot, reshot there. So Ethan's got a single leg defense here, where he's trying to lock up in the crotch here and hold on. Stanford wrestler is going to try and swim his arm in between his body and Ethan's body, but this is looking like a stalemate type of position. Sometimes that's all you got. You know, you're like, hey, I can't really defend this. The only thing I can really do is get a nice neutral lock and hold and hope that the ref calls a stalemate. Or unless I hold that until my hips do become free and I can start defending. Oh, outside, man. He timed that again. Ethan was leaning in. He goes up underneath that pressure. Oh,
good
nice shot. Oh, but he turns and kicks out. That was a good shot. I mean, fortunately, just didn't capture down and
25
collapse
seconds
down on that. Another shot.
Ethan just trying to get to the hips, can't do it. 10 seconds. Now Cardinal's got his tennis shoes on.
Out of bounds, 1 second left, stoppage call for Stanford. Johnson, quick start.
And Ethan staying at it right to the end. And
well, there you go.
We'll be right back with the interview with Coach Greg Williams. Don't go away. You're watching UVU TV. Well, we're back. We're at the campus, Utah Valley. We've got Coach Greg Williams, head coach Greg Williams. Coach, good job. With this, here's my question. With this measurement, what's the next step? Because we're seeing where we're at, and we're in so close. Every match, we battle, we battle, we battle. We're right there. What are you going to do next?
You know, it's the same thing we've been talking about. You know, 84, 97, those are matches we should win.
Yep.
We're not doing enough. In Ross's match, he wrestled a good match, but just like in the last scramble in regulation, he made a mistake technically and put himself in a position where he could only stack the guy. The only way he's going to get the takedowns if he gets the pin. If he does the technique the way we work it, he's got his takedown on that. That's one that's not that hard to get it. And then in matches like Derek's or Jade's or whatever, you know, we've got to do more to get through their hands. We can against a good team that knows how to wrestle and their position's good and they're strong in those positions. We've got to be able to fight through the hands, chopping, passing, you know, clearing. It's just we've got more work to do, and to be honest with you, I'm frustrated that we're not doing a better job in those situations because we've talked about them and we've worked in them in the room. And if I had more depth, I'd make a couple changes just to wake some people up. We're going to make a change at 57. I'm not, you know, going to mess with that anymore. So we'll just put in one of our backups and we'll see how that goes and see if that guy will fight for us. But, you know, overall, I don't like to be negative, but, you know, it was a great win for Chasen.
Yep.
Kind of a match that hurt us a little bit at 33, even though that's a tough kid.
Yep.
And heavyweight, we hurt ourselves a little bit. And those are the three right now that, you know, we need to try to focus on getting them to nationals, keep getting the other guys that are getting closer, you know, we're you know, Ethan's wrestling better. He's moving forward more. We just have to be able to get inside and set up a good shot from there. But, you know, each individual kid's a little bit different, and we'll work with them individually now. And we're not going to be doing any team stuff anymore. We're just, you know, we've got to move on now for a conference and have each guy working on what he needs to work on. And for a lot of them, though, that will include their hand fighting. They've got to get better.
Well, as a great fan of you personally, I think you're a great coach, and of our program here, I just want you to know that hard work will out. I know it will. I know it will. So I applaud your effort. I like what's going on here, and I know we're going to be okay. I know that we've taken a measurement here, and I think as we look forward over the next 2-3 weeks, as we move into things, I think things are going to be good. I'm proud of you.
Good.
Well, you're doing good. You know, as we go in, now we got some away duels. I mean, what's next for you guys? I mean, do you feel like, all right, we're going to take time, we're going to do individual stuff, but how do we stack up against our competition coming up? How do you feel about going in? We got North and South Dakota State.
Because we're now looking at our own conference as opposed to
North Dakota State's going to be a lot like these tough matches that we've had. They're not weak anywhere. They've got some ranked guys. They're very well coached. They're a good team. South Dakota State's much improved. That's going to be a battle for us. And on the road is always a little bit tougher. But, you know, again, in the dual meets, wins and losses are not what we're looking for. I mean, yes, anybody who's wrestled, they can't stand to lose.
Yeah.
And so as a coach, I don't like to lose. But we need to focus on the individuals, and that's what we'll put it in. All these matches from here on out, it's going to be just about this person's technique and getting ready for conference. And obviously with 3 conference matches coming up, that's going to be important. Then we have Northern Colorado coming here, and, you know, that's a match that should be a good match. They've got a good coaching staff now, and they're improved. But, you know, that's one that'll be a little more even of a battle. So we'll see. But right now we just need to get back in the room and have each of those individuals improve on the areas that they're falling short on.
Well, you've got control. You're doing a great job. We love what's going on here. We know we're knocking. We're knocking on that door. If we can get that thing to swing up. We'll be back on campus on the 14th of February. Wolverines are going to travel a little bit. Coach alluded to that. Great effort. Good job. We're on the road. We still got a lot of season to do, so we appreciate what you're doing. We appreciate your assistance and the good effort that's coming forward. We're faithful. We got your back.
Okay.
Good luck, Coach.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you for being with us. You've been watching the Wolverines on UVU TV. For Mike Claper, Sam Allen, we'll catch you on the 14th of February. That's our next home match.